What's up, guys, and welcome back for another EVE Online video. Just more prep for the Winter Nexus event. I will be going over in this video a combat battleship, or a battleship fit that'll be really nicely suited to doing the combat sites for Winter Nexus. I probably won't do a whole lot of them. I probably will do one video going through the ones that I do end up finding, just to give you guys some kind of perspective once that event starts. But in this video, just to kind of help get you guys kind of thinking in the right direction if you're planning on doing a lot of these combat sites. The Praxis is something that I've used in the past, which is kind of like a really nice go-to for a lot of this stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and run through this fit and kind of explain and kind of talk about what we got fitted here. It's going to be pretty basic for the most part. So before we do that, let's go ahead and look at the actual sites that you're probably going to be looking at going into. So the forward base is going to be your high sec one. So this is going to be one you're probably going to be doing a lot of. So where you want to do a lot of EM damage here, secondary being thermal and everything. So we've got elite frigates we're going to be dealing with in wave 1, and then we have the boss fit. So if we actually get really good at tanking a lot of this the first wave, as long as we can find additional sites, it's pretty easy to just kind of like spam these, find those volatile storms, and just kind of go after those. As long as we can like kind of tank all this stuff, we're pretty much good to go. I use the tractor beam essentially to pull the loot from the commander to just make that whole process a lot easier for us. So we're going to go through the rigs here. We have a large capacitor control circuit and Tech 1, and then a large capacitor control circuit 2 of those. We want to be trying to be cap stable here so we can run our booster and everything. And then we have rapid heavy missile launcher 1s with the Caldari Navy Mjolnir heavy missiles loaded into that. Tractor beam 1, that's going to be for when that commander pops, you can grab that that loot pretty quick. And then the target painter is just going to help with, you know, getting a little bit more contact with your missiles. And then we have the precision scripts, also just helping apply damage. And then we're going compact multi-spectrum shield hardener. We're trying to go like omni resist on as much as we can, just so we can kind of have a good resistance profile. And then the extra large C5 Tech L compact shield booster, that's going to be our tank. We don't want to overrun this, so you kind of run it as you need it, but don't leave it on. Don't over boost. That just puts a lot of stress on your capacitor. Even though we are cap stable, you do have some neuting going on in these sites. And then we have a Republic Fleet large cap battery as well that finishes off the mids here. And then we in the lows we got two Tech 2 Flux coils, and then a upgraded coprocessor there, just giving us a little bit more CPU. And then drone damage amp 2, because we will be running drones on this, and I'll kind of talk about that a little bit differently after we get through all this. And then ballistic control systems 2 to finish out the lows there. And then I'm just carrying extra Caldari Navy Mjolnir heavy missiles. And then as far as drones go, we can carry quite a bit in here. So I usually use Hornets, or I usually use Caldari drones. But we can even go, and we're going to load like, not Valkyries, Vespas in here as well. So you can carry like 10 and 10 of these guys. And you can end up running quite a bit. So if if you're taking down like battleships, stuff like that, then you can go a Vespa. But if it's like frigates and stuff like that, those elite frigates, those light Hornets will, or the light drones will actually help out quite a bit in those situations. And then we could also potentially run heavies here as well. So we can throw some heavies in here. Go ahead and drop all this down. There you go. We're actually probably drop the Vespas down to 5, but we'll bring the heavies up to 4. You can run 4 of those heavies if you want to. I think it's kind of overkill for the most part, but it's kind of like nice to have like kind of a good range. So doing 10, 5, and 5 is a pretty good spread, and this is probably what I'll end up running if I do any of the combat sites. And I'll probably also be looking at different types of ships as well. But in the past few years, the Praxis has just been kind of like my go-to for all that stuff. And ends up you can farm a lot of ISK on this event if you get a ship like this out there working for you, and as long as you're like kind of proactive at finding the volatile storms and getting in there and taking care of these sites and all that stuff. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll put this fit in the description. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one.